Between the pages of this book, there is somebody Kenyans have been asking, and who is this? I saw a turncoat who is also documented in this book, a person whose things we banned because of betraying the cause of democracy, asking, who is Makau Mutua? Makau, can you come in 2 minutes, tell them who you are, comrade? Viva!
Forward!
Thank you very much, Odruo. It would not be appropriate for me to tell you who I am. But what I would say is this. A couple of months ago, Odruo told me that he was writing a memoir, an autobiography. And I panicked when I thought about it. And I panicked because we were born in the same year. And in my mind, when you write a memoir or an autobiography, it means that the runway that is left between you and the time that you meet your maker is getting shorter and shorter. So I began to think about my mortality. But then I remembered that the written word never dies. And one thing that our country needs to do is to learn how to write and how to write our history. And especially those individuals who have participated in making it. If you look at the bookshelves, I think there are no more than 30 books written by the founding fathers and mothers of this country, which means that our history is taught by others, is not taught by us, which means that others think for us. We do not think for ourselves. And you know, those who do not think for themselves are dominated by those who do. And so I want to thank my brother, my comrade, Odruo for having the courage in my generation to write a book about himself, which is really not a book about himself, it's a book about our struggles. And Odruo, I want to say thank you so much to you, and I want to say finally just one thing before I get off the stage. In the history of this country, there has been a struggle between two opposing forces. There is the right and center right, and there is the left and center left. In the recent past, by which I mean the last 25, 30 years, the Honorable Raila Odinga has been the personification of that faction of the country of the left and center left. But I just want to say something else which is more important than even that. And that is that that faction of the left and center left has never been permitted to govern this country, to show what it can do, to liberate this country, to have this country realize its potential. You saw what happened in August. That story is a story of this country's history since its independence. And what I want to say to you, and if you look at my brother's book, we have all the brains, we on the left and center left, but we have not managed to capture the state. And one of the questions we want to ask ourselves is why that is the case. Okay? Why? Is the other side so devious and so organized than us? Or are we so disorganized ourselves? I want to say that Odruo's book shows that we are organized. We drive change. But at the other side, together with the forces of retrogression across the globe, have always denied us our victory. And they did so again this year in August. We saw it at the IBC and we saw it at the Supreme Court. But make no mistake about it, we are not resting. Stay tuned.